2008 marked the beginning of a new chapter in the world of fashion. It wasn't Paris, Milan, or New York this time. The spotlight was on Nanjing, China, where Shein was born. A digital dream put into motion by a team of innovators who dared to change the way people perceive and purchase fashion. Shein wasn't conceived as just another fashion brand. Instead, it was created to break barriers, to bridge the gap between runway trends and everyday fashion. The idea was to make style affordable and accessible, so anyone, everywhere could flaunt the latest trends without breaking the bank. The journey wasn't without its challenges. Entering a market dominated by well-established brands like H&M and Zara required not just courage, but a unique strategy and innovative approach. The trump card? An uncompromising commitment to understanding consumer trends and needs. Would you ever imagine that Shein was the most Google-searched brand in 2022, beating giants like Nike and Adidas? Today, that success story is that this Chinese brand with rock-bottom prices is turning heads, making money, and selling more than the two biggest fast fashion brands combined. Zara and H&M have been the leading sellers for young adults in the West, but in the last few years, Shein has overtaken these brands when it comes to many things including clothing, furniture, home, and pets. As of right now, Shein has been on the up and up for a few years, and from here on out, it might keep succeeding. In 2020, when the pandemic hit and everyone started shopping online, Shein became one of the brands that had everything everyone wanted. The brand was affordable, fashionable, and highly accessible as it would arrive ASAP and come with free shipping. From its conception in 2008, Shein started as a small group of innovators on a mission. They saw a gap in the market. A need for fashionable, affordable clothing that spoke to the younger generation, those who dared to be different, those who were not afraid to stand out. And so the vision began to materialize. But how did they plan to stand out in a market dominated by giants that had held a firm hold on the fashion world? These well-established brands had their loyal customer base and a wide range of products, and a physical presence in prime shopping locations worldwide. They had brand recognition. They had trust. But Shein was undeterred. The young company took a different approach. They decided to operate entirely online, focusing on speed. The speed of picking up the latest trends and converting them into products. The speed of reaching customers through their online platform. The speed of adaptation. The brand has also changed in the last couple years with the help of influencers, TikTokers, and much more. The idea of fast fashion is replicating what high-end brands are pushing out when it comes to the styles of the year. For Shein, they are just as fast in producing these items and allow their consumers to consume products that they want for a price they can afford. A generation like the influencers on Instagram and TikTok is all about fast fashion. So if they are buying from Shein or buying from high-end brands, they are still influencing the younger generation to go shop from Shein. The breakthrough for Shein was the result of understanding consumer trends, meeting demands promptly, and evolving with changing needs. Operating solely online, Shein broke traditional retail norms, proving that fashion doesn't need to be a physical store to make a global impact. In April 2022, the Chinese fast fashion retailer achieved a valuation of $100 billion following a successful investment round, becoming officially the largest fashion retailer in the world. According to Bloomberg's Second Measure Research, the company accounted for 40% of fast fashion sales in the U.S. in March 2022. The new valuation surpasses the combined value of the two biggest retailers in the world, Zara and H&M, with $52 billion and $15 billion respectively. But how could Shein climb so fast to the top of the fashion retailers in the world? Social climbing. The retailer may be relatively unknown to those over 30. However, for Gen Z shoppers, Shein is now the hottest ticket in town. Chinese broker Zhejiang Securities estimates that Shein generated $20 billion in sales in 2022. And with sales still growing rapidly, it was being downloaded twice as often in Amazon's app in 2022, making it the world's most popular shopping app. Social media has been the core to Shein's success. The brand has more than 26 million Facebook and 24 million followers on Instagram. Shein hauls where influencers unpack their Shein deliveries and try on clothes and share how they feel on camera have become viral hits with billions of views on TikTok and YouTube. Shein relies on AI to predict consumer interest shifts. The behemoth brand produces 700 to 1,000 new pieces a day in small production runs, which allow it to test if there's any interest in the style before rolling out wider scale production. Using AI to create replicas of popular trends on a daily basis means that the customer always receives popular pieces. Many Shein garments have come under fire for copying designer brand pieces, younger designer imagery, and religious motifs. Product quality is sidelined for speed and lower prices. Most of the clothing from the brand is made with cheap virgin plastic materials like polyester, nylon, and other synthetic fabrics. Therefore, the items are cheap to produce, but they aren't constructed for longevity, and many end up disintegrating when washed, leading to more clothes thrown into landfills. Shein's website and app use dark patterns. Dark patterns are a marketing strategy for user experience that mislead or trick people into performing certain actions on a site or app. The user experience tactic uses the fact that users, especially younger ones in Shein's core demographics, scroll through websites and apps quickly and don't pay attention to the content. The Shein app and website use persistent notifications to alert users of multiple discounts that can be applied simultaneously. It also gamifies them, rewarding customers who log on multiple times with personalized offers. By promoting these prices, Shein actively contributes to haul culture while taking advantage of consumer psychology to sell excessive amounts of product. Tax breaks help international sales soar. Shein is an international success story. The online retailer now sells in more than 150 countries, with the US its largest market, accounting for between 35 and 40% of sales according to The Economist, followed by Europe. In the UK alone, it is estimated to sell 30,000 items a day, more than 10 million a year, and spends more on advertising than any other fashion retailer. Low prices undoubtedly play a big role in Shein's success overseas, but tax loopholes have been exploited to enable it to keep prices down. Despite producing goods in China, Shein does not sell there, which makes it exempt from Chinese VAT or consumer taxes and means it pays lower corporation taxes. Meanwhile, shipping directly to consumers rather than distribution centers like most big retailers do means the retailer does not incur any import duties in the US or UK, as its parcels are such low values. Lots of lessons can be learned from Shein, but many concerns are raised regarding the sustainability of the business. Recently, British television network Channel 4 released a documentary titled Untold: Inside the Shein Machine, shedding light on Shein's supply chain. To investigate the brand's factory working conditions, Channel 4 sent a team of undercover employees to China, and the results revealed were downright devastating. New workers were found stitching over 500 garments daily before earning their first paycheck, because Shein refuses to pay during the first month of employment. What's disheartening is that when the factory management finally pays, the amount is a meager 400 yuan, about $556 per worker. This monthly wage is way below the average base salary for all the extreme hard work the workers are subjected to an entire month. Investigators found that employee shifts last up to 17 to 18 hours every day, and there's nothing called time off throughout this duty period. Furthermore, an anonymous garment maker said via Twitter, "There's no such thing as a Sunday here." And if exploitation at this level wasn't enough, then take this. Shein's suppliers punish their workers by deliberately cutting on their entire day's earnings if they make a single error while stitching designs. Shein admitted to the wrongdoings on their part and addressed the issue by releasing a statement. "We know we have a responsibility to safeguard the welfare of workers in our supply chain. In light of the recent report in the news, we launched an investigation into the claim that 2 of our suppliers had unacceptable working conditions at their facilities." Shein was also accused countless times of stealing designs and garment patterns from small businesses and independent designers. Artists and labels like Bailey Prado, Balia, Loud Bodies, and many more have fallen prey to the fast fashion giant's business tactics. Shein took to Twitter and apologized for their malpractices. Shein's story includes hard controversies, international professional tax breaches, but also genius marketing moves. A testament to what ambition, innovation, and resilience can achieve. But remember, it's not just about reaching the destination, it's about the journey.